Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Yeah, that's my car. Walking away from it. You're probably asking me, what am I doing out here in the cold, minus 17 Celsius, walking away from my car? Well, the truth of the matter is, I'm going to do a little walk and talk. I want to talk about the Valiant lifestyle. I want to talk about the lifestyle that I used to live versus the one I live now. The Valiant lifestyle started back in 2018 when I was previously married and not living my truth. And what was that? Well, that was a big gaping hole in my heart, and I was searching for myself in other people. And what that meant was I was people pleasing. I was hoping to find the answer to why I wasn't feeling quite complete, but also quite complete in my marriage, because I was talking to other buddies and friends about, like, gee, I feel like it was imposter syndrome I had, and I didn't feel like I was in the right place. And the truth of the matter was, I wasn't, because I had a few breakdowns within that too. So one evening, while watching Mad Men, this brilliant idea to buy Bitcoin, and I did. That's another story for later. But I didn't end up having access to that until just recently, which is kind of cool. Again, I'll talk about that later. That night, I came up with an email address, and it was as follows: the Libertine Lifestyle at Gmail. That won't work, by the way. It's been deactivated because I really didn't know what libertine was. And come to find out, that was a lot like my university days when I was, let's just say I was getting to know myself. So I quickly, when I looked up the definition of what that was, by the way, it's not the greatest. It was a real moment for me. But then I said, well, what am I going to do? Because I want to create this business where I want to give something, but I want to talk to people, and I wasn't quite sure what that was, but it was breaking out of something. And then I came up with, well, in this small town in Nova Scotia where I grew up, population 700, 3,000 with cows. There's this old cast iron stove in the parlor section where my parents had lots of old furniture, antiques and stuff. And the cast iron stove says Valiant. And I've always been intrigued by that. So I made that my mantra. Valiant. But what is Valiant? What is Valiant? So I looked that up. Courage, and just to be, well, that's what I wanted to live up to. Was I wanted to be valiant. I wanted to be the guy that would do things, would say things, and in my safety career, let's be honest, talking to safety with people is like talking about religion. You don't want to hear it, but sometimes you do want to hear it. You want to hear what you don't want to hear. So in that career that I had to be an ambassador for people that didn't want to speak up, I started to develop a mantra for myself, which was be valiant, be courageous. And as Matt Schaefer says, courage is feeling the nerves. Courage is feeling uncomfortable about something, but knowing it's right and going ahead and doing it anyway. So that's what I was doing. I was starting to speak my truth, but I was coming out of my shell, and the mantra that I was living up to was the Valiant lifestyle, and that was mine. And I was excited about it because there was something in that propelled me forward. So it wasn't too long after that I started to realize that I needed to leave my marriage because I wasn't the right fit. It wasn't about my ex-wife. It was about me. And it was about me not being my true self. It was about me not being the best version of myself. It was about me people pleasing and going on with my life, just doing the stuff that I didn't want to do because I felt like I needed to do it because other people told me to do it. What the hell is that? Why do we do that? Why? So, all hell broke loose, but a piece of me started to come alive. And I came alive, man. But I had to hit rock bottom too. And in that, hitting rock bottom was, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I was as a man. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why I was leaving, but I knew why I was leaving. It was exciting, but it was dark at the same time. And the truth of the matter is, I grew like I had never grown before. And the growth in that for me was, on my own for the very first time. What was unique with that was my daughter at the time. I say I have daughters, and I do. I have one stepdaughter and I have my daughter. And I had her at the time. So I really had to figure out who I was as a man. I really had to figure that out. But I did that simultaneously with being a father. And I really had to figure out what that was. And to be a father to her was to put in the quality time. Well, how could I put in the quality time when I didn't know who I was? I didn't know who I was because I've been living 11 years prior to that not really knowing who I was. Because I was living the life that I thought I should live for other people because they thought that I should live this way. I was living in that image with those illusions. Wow. All that. So I'm gonna put this all together here for you now. I am almost 6 years from that, and I am stronger, more resilient, and I am in a better position than I ever was. But for all you guys out there, for all you spouses out there, for all you women out there, but for you specifically, if you are living in a place within yourself, but within where you are right now, and you deep down you have a knowing that there's something missing, find that you. And I can tell you, it is gut-wrenching, it is exciting, it'll tug at your heart so deeply, but find the courage. Find the courage for yourself to do it. Be valiant. And courage is going ahead and doing it anyway, knowing that it is uncomfortable. Going ahead and just going through it, getting through that, whatever it is that is trying to keep you within the comfort zone, and doing it. Because I can tell you, you'll be a better person because of it. And I am a better dad than I ever was to my 2 girls. And I am a better spouse than I ever was to my wife. And I am a better man than I ever was because I have got those pieces figured out. Now, let me tell you, I am still putting together many other pieces that show up. And I know you are too. But I can tell you that the foundation has been laid now. And I am solid within my word. And I do have my moments. I do. But I have you. I have my family. And I have people around me that show me every day where I am. And we can't be afraid to be ourselves. We can't be afraid to shine our light. And like the sunshine here, it just does it, right? It just does it every day. That sun shines unapologetically every day. You, regardless of the clouds, regardless of where it is, it shines for you. And I'm going to tell you, I'm there for you too. Let's walk a valiant lifestyle together. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. And I want you to reach out. Tell me what you did today out of an act of courage, being valiant and true to yourself, and knowing you did the right thing for you. What was it? Tell me in the comments. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Talk to you soon.